Hi there, Dr. Gary here on the road. We sell dental practices nationwide. We are dental practice brokers. Now, today's topic is what happens when a dentist wishes to close his dental practice and donate or give away all of his records. We'll get into that. Now, before we do so, as you know, we now have 10 employees. We're in 22 states. We're just opening up Louisiana and Alabama as we speak. So we have quite a few states we're involved in. You can now reach us 363 days a year. We work every day except Christmas and Easter. Our number is 201-663-0935. And our website is dentalpracticeguide.com or nationwidedentalpracticebrokers.com. Give us a call. We'll go over everything with you. Everything you're about to hear is for entertainment purposes. It's not legal advice or business advice. So we've been doing the dental practice brokerage now for 14 years. I was a dental practice practitioner for 25 years. I had 3 practices. So we have quite a great team now, and we're moving forward. Now, before we get into today's issue, if you're thinking about selling to a DSO, remember, when you work with us, we're independent of DSOs. We know the best ones to choose. We know who's going through trouble and hard times, etc., and who's consolidating, who's not buying practices, etc. So when we work with a DSO, pick and choose, and generally there is no commission to the seller. So that's commission free. You're not paying the commission vast majority of times. Also, when you work with us, we will get your legal fees based on certain criteria. We'll get your legal fees reimbursed upon successful closing. So reimbursement of legal fees upon successful closing. That's what will happen. So today's topic, I have one doctor as a very small practice, under 100,000. It's in a rural area. It's not selling. Has some real estate attached to it also. It is just not selling. It is in a very remote area, and it's just hard to sell. So what is going to happen in this situation? Doctor says, I want to close my practice and just walk away. I explained it's not that easy, because now you're responsible for their records, their x-rays, and everything. You have a responsibility for the next several years. So you really should not be just closing the door. All right? You want to get your records in the hands of and if you don't want any money for it, because nobody's buying it and no one wants to purchase the records, patient record sale, you will simply, what we suggest, and we can't do a chart sale, in other words, or you don't want to do a chart sale, we will do a donation of your records. Someone will take over your phone number. A legal document has to be created. It's a document for consideration, I believe the attorneys called it. I spoke to one of my attorneys today. They call it a document of consideration for, so to speak, $1. You're going to donate your records. This new doctor, and there's no money being transacted, you're donating it. Maybe the doctor wants to give you a tip years later, or a year later, if it proves to be very successful. I don't know. But you're not asking for a dollar amount. What you're doing, they're putting the patient in the hands of this other doctor. You're transferring your phone number. You're transferring all your hard records. And this doctor is now going to become the custodian of your records. He will get all of the, he'll be given all the charts and all your previous records. He now becomes the custodian of it. So if anybody wants their records, anybody has a question, just call them. Now, the patient is not obligated to go there, but you simply write a letter that you are, that another doctor is now taking over from you. And this new doctor will be managing all the patients. Patient's not obligated to go there. If the patient wants their records, they're entitled to the records. They call the doctor's office and they say, can I please have my records? I'm not sure if a fee can be charged or not charged since he's getting the records for free, but still, probably some fee because it takes your time. So now, the doctor is has all your records. Now, as you're approaching the time of donating the records, there's going to be a time upon which you're simply going to switch the phone over. And prior to that time, maybe 6 weeks, 8 weeks, or whatever, you're not, I would suggest, you don't start any large cases. You don't have any continuing cases. You don't start crowns, you don't start root canal, you do one-step procedures. Those patients of record begin, this is about 2 months before you got to start the whole process. Those patients are informed to, you're going to refer them to another doctor. So you're not burdened by that. You're phasing out anyway. So every single case that's going to involve more than one-step procedure, no irreversible procedures, you are then going to refer them to this new doctor who's becoming the custodian of your records. Simple as that. A document of consideration, like for $1, it's written up and it delineates, it spells out what the doctor is getting, what the doctor is responsible for. That is the donating doctor, what they're responsible for. So every emergency and problems that happened, after the sale, doctor's there to accommodate the patients because you've donated the practice to them. Now, obviously, if you have a work in progress type, a remake policy, what you would do in those circumstances is, generally you say, you'll pay the doctors 50% of the doctor's fee, 50% of his fee to redo that work. Usually it's a fair number. So if you do a crown and all the porcelain falls off and you just did it 3 months ago, or the crown falls out for whatever reason and it has to be redone, you make an agreement with the doctor for 50% of his charge. You'll reimburse him directly. So now you have a mechanism for redo. How long does the redo last? 6 months, sometimes a year. And that's it. He's getting the records for free. You're donating him. So I don't believe there's going to be a restrictive covenant, because why would you be going back to work if you're giving away the records, So that's how it works. That is the method. But if you think about it logistically, 2 months before you want to donate the records, you start slowing down with the patients. And as new patients are coming that need extensive work, you're referring it to this doctor. And if you're tired, you don't want to see any new patients, you don't want to take on any new patients, you begin the referral process there. Now you have that mechanism to hand over the patients. As far as the staff goes, he may or may not want to employ the staff. Hopefully he does, because staff are very valuable now. But something will have to be worked out there. It is a slow phase-out procedure. A document of consideration has to be drawn up by the attorneys. It does have some cost to it, but just don't think you could just walk away and it's all over. And I have another deal where the gross is higher and the doctor doesn't want to deal with working at the other guy's practice, selling the records, working at the other guy's practice, or not getting all his money up front. He'd rather just donate it. He doesn't want to deal with it at all. He just wants to donate the records, transfer the phone number, set up a document of consideration and agreement, and that's what he wants to do. He's been very successful over the years. He doesn't want to deal with patients anymore. Older, tired, but this is far better than walking away. All right? Call us, we'll give you some information on that. We don't make any money on this, but we do it as a service to the community, dental community. Thank you for listening, and away we go. If you want to listen to more of these, please listen to our subscribe, and you'll be alerted every time. All right, thank you.